A.
Piss take.
Production.
Hi everybody, my name's Paz and welcome to my channel, Piss Take Production. This has been an 11-month bike build journey to build the world's most modern Suzuki DRZ, and her name is Priscilla. Hopefully at the end of this trip we can officially title her Priscilla, Queen of the Simpson Desert. So everything's set up. This is my cockpit. I've got the music cranking in my ear. I'm just going to be going, I'm going to try and minimise highways a little bit, but I've got to get all the way out to Dubbo today, and that's 435 clicks. I'm wearing uncomfortable body armour, which I'm not used to wearing. Thanks to Spotify, got some motivation. I haven't even tested top speed yet, but the aim of the game is to go slow and steady wins the race. I know this bike can do 140 unloaded, 145, so let's go. Be meeting Curtis on day 2 at Burke. So this is not a solo trip. Hats off to the guys that do the solo trip, really. But it's also, I always get it, it's going to be one of those trips you want to enjoy to take and not, rush myself. So sit back, relax with a soy latte decaffeinated frappuccino and enjoy the show. Goodbye Sublime Point, look out. Fuck. Doesn't brake too good. Priscilla does not like the extra weight, so you won't like city driving or city riding. Now just before I leave Sydney, I'm just going to visit a mate here at Narellan. And then I'll go up Northern Road and then I'll hook it up to Katoomba. So I've avoided the tolls. Yeah, I'm a tight ass, so be it. So yeah, that saves me, probably 20 bucks. That's 20 bucks in fuel, and 20 bucks will get me, 200 and something Ks. So that's why I'm going this way. The only thing I've got to be real careful of is just backed off from traffic, because yeah, she stops like a train, this bike. A fully loaded freight train. Even though I've upgraded the brake line and that. Anyway, onwards. Northern Road now. Temperature wise, it's about 30 degrees. It's actually quite nice, considering I'm wearing a full jacket and pants and knee guards and that. I'm sitting comfortably, that's all that matters. Just pulled onto the M4. Hi-ho Silver. Bike's going pretty good. The only thing that I remind myself is when I stand is not hit the kickstand. That's one thing I really should have done. Highly advise anyone that builds a bike like this, put the kickstand eliminator on it, because I was hitting it with the heel and I was standing up going, what the hell am I doing? And then I remembered that yeah, the cut off on the kickstand can be an issue. So here we go, 110 zone. I'm sitting on 99. not wobbly. Yeah, so she'll sit on 100. This is just the dodgy bit of highway. Katoomba 43. So hopefully that's what, 10:22. Get to Bathurst just after lunch, and then push on to Dubbo. So anyway, back to it. This is where it's a punish. It's getting warm, but the traffic just slowing down. Passing another customer. P-platers are my nemesis. I want to sit on 80, 90, but they just sit, you know, just that little bit slower, and you have to overtake them. Good old Katoomba. Unfortunately, I'm not going to pull in and see the Three Sisters and do some fancy drone shots. I'm just laying down the K's. Mind you, I'm already feeling fatigued. I think not sleeping 100%, and the anticipation of this ride added to it. There you go. Let's go, Priscilla. Just slow speeds. She wobbles a little bit, just too heavy. I mean, I'll be able to ride it like this on the sand. It's added the two fuel bladders is going to be one hell of a funny ride. So I've clicked over probably 150, yeah, so far 150 kilometres. I'll just make a mental note. I started off at about 5,200 Ks, just to round it up to an easy number to remember. Temperature's dropped a little bit. It's actually perfect weather. My feet are a bit warm, but it's really nice. And I'll admit it's a pain in the ass wearing body armour, but I have to do it. Beats breaking a rib. Anyway, up ahead, when I get to the top of the mountain, there's a spot I'll talk about, so we'll jump cut to that. Anyway, I'll keep putting the K's down. Now I'm just coming over the backside of Katoomba, all the these mountains, and I've surveyed this road. Believe it or not, I attended a massive car crash here, and there was a few deaths. So as it comes down here on the other side, coming up the hill, yeah, I can't remember if the concrete barriers were there. If the driver went from this side and flipped over, or there was a bit of carnage. So yeah, I used to turn up with a it was called a Trimble, to survey all the points. So if you ever see all the painted lines on the ground, the spray paint from the coppers and that, I used to come out and survey the car crash. Well, I was on call for it, and yeah, surveyed all down here. Took hours, and then we go back and draw the CAD plans up. So there you go, guys, that's what I used to do. Be on call for car accidents. Yeah, all this spot here, surveyed all that. through Lithgow. You can see the wind's picked up. A few people have asked me, how's the screen work? Well, it feels like a Daewoo Lanos with the windows up. So yeah, if I can eliminate just a little bit of chest wind or wind off my helmet, come on, turn. Yeah, it's it'll just minimise it. If I can minimise any little bit of amount of fatigue, then I'm happy. So yeah, it's doing its job. It's a crosswind. It's coming across here anyway. Good old Lithgow. So yeah, I don't eat that stuff. Can't eat Maccas and Hungry Jacks anymore. Whatever's in the foods just sends me to the hurt locker. So there we go. We've ticked Lithgow off the map, and we'll continue on towards Bathurst now. And what keeps coming through my mind, I keep getting these slogans, and this is one I've got: don't think, just ride. Along the way I'll keep adding more. But yeah, some of the trucks can gate me when they're in the 110 zone. Some of the trucks, yeah, they sit behind me a little bit. I do lose them on the hills. So the mighty DRZ powers up the hills. Yeah, she'll sit up there. That's 99. We've got a rhythm going now. I do miss cruise control though. So I'm coming into Bathurst, and I bet some of you are thinking, why don't we get Priscilla to go around and do a Bathurst hot lap? I'll be honest with you, as much as I'd like to do that, I've got another 200 clicks to Dubbo, and I just want to get that done so then I can just sit and relax for the rest of the arvo. It's going to take me another 2 hours, and if I muck around over at Mount Panorama for half an hour, it will just eat into time. So I will make time for other things, things like Cameron's Corner, places that I haven't been. So places I've been, I'm just going to skip, and we'll go from there. So I've got to get back on the Great Western Highway. Where's this sign taking me? 3.2 k's, and I'm turning right, left. 2.5 hours to go. Great Western Highway. We're doing great for time. Now there's one stop that I can highly recommend. If you ever pass through Orange, there's a coffee shop. So hopefully it's open when I get to Orange. 200 clicks away from Dubbo, and traffic's starting to thin, which is great. Less trucks, even better. But yeah, Priscilla's sitting on 100. She's carving up the K's. Oh, it's close. Go, mighty DRZ. Beat those trucks up hills. Tell you what, from Bathurst onwards, they're all getting new roads, better than my hometown. They do them that good. My place, it's, yeah, a 9-year-old looks like they laid the road. I'm trying to get a lot of stand time in, just keep working my legs and that, making sure I'm bike fit in 5 days. Ideally my handlebars could probably come up another centimetre or whatever, but we'll see how we go. With the screen, it's like a mirror. When the sun hits it, lights cars in front. So that's one thing to watch out with this thing. It really does here and there. See, look at that. It's the sign. People are going to see the DRZ from a mile away on the desert. It's just a mirror moving across the sand. I just realised I'm going to miss orange, and I'm going to be turning up, was it the Northern Distributor, to go to Dubbo. Here we go. I'm 15 minutes away from Dubbo. I've had someone reach out and offer accommodation, so I'm going to meet the bloke, and yeah, I'm pretty appreciative of the biker community. So yeah, not a bad ride today, a bit warm. Started off at 5,200 Ks, now at 5,613, so yeah, another 15 Ks. That's the first day done and dusted. I am really impressed at how this bike's running. It's sitting here, I'll sit it on 100 now. That's 100. I haven't had really a lot of cars overtake me. Yes, in the 110k zones, but this little weapon, he just holds the line and just keeps going. Now I'm going to factor in a few things. Yeah, I'm at the limits with weights, with what's packed, but where I win is I probably weigh around 75 kilos, so any of you guys heavier than 75 kilos, it's going to be a different story. One thing I'm going to point out, putting race tech inserts in the front forks, best thing I ever did. I love how it handles when it's got no gear on it. For the rear spring upgrade, I had a 5.7 kilo spring put in. I really should have put a 5.9, but the trade-off is, when I'm fully unloaded, this bike is the best to ride. I mean, it's excellent when it's just by itself. So if the bike can put up with carrying heavy gear for the next 7 days, and then it comes a bit lighter, then so be it. That's the setup. But anyway, made it to Dubbo so far. What a great run.